Alright gentlemen, here we are again with the S-40B. I've finished replacing all of the tubular and electrolytic capacitors. There are some resistors that are out of spec, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I don't have any power resistors this big to replace some of this stuff with, so I'm waiting on parts. I'm waiting on a 1000 volt capacitor to replace this garbage right here. I've just got a couple of cheap film capacitors in series there to increase the voltage rating, so hopefully that'll be alright. I think it's enough to try the thing and see what happens, so let me flip it back over and put the tubes in, and we'll bring it up on a variac and an isolation transformer and see if anything smokes. Alright, the tubes are back in. I've got an 8 ohm speaker hooked up. It's supposed to take a 3.5 ohm speaker, I think, but my 4 ohm speaker appears to be blown, at least according to the multimeter, which is unsurprising. So let's take one more look here. I don't think I see anything too untoward here. I'm going to plug the thing into the variac. The variac is all the way down. I'm going to turn on the variac, and I'm going to slowly apply power. It's in receive mode. It's out of standby. I want to turn the AC on. I want to turn my volume all the way up. Where's the RF gain control? Right there, okay. Oh, there's one capacitor back here in the RF gain that I forgot about, so we may not get anything. Alright, the variac's sitting at about 50 volts now. I can't tell that there's any light coming. Yeah, there is. The one of the dial lights is illuminating very faintly. I'm going to keep turning the power up slowly. Mr. Beefy's coming to help because he is such a good boy. It smells like a tube receiver. I'll give it that. It's sitting at about 75 volts right now. I'm going to let it sit there for a second. I don't hear anything, but that could be that capacitor that I forgot about. Bring it up a little more. The dial lights are definitely illuminated. I've got it on 110. I hear a hum coming from the speaker. When I switch it over to CW, I can hear something. That might be a faulty switch. Standby seems to work. I don't have an antenna connected at the moment. What's the lowest band on this thing? The broadcast band, that's going to be band number 1. I can't hardly tune around because I haven't fucked with the dial cord on the thing yet. Hang on a second. Mr. Beefy, I need to get up here for a second. Let me find some excuse for an antenna to hook to this thing. Here's a piece of wire. Watch me electrocute myself. Switch it back over to AM here. Got nothing on AM. I think it's just this switch, because it's pretty janky. Something's happening when I turn one of these knobs. Now it's tuning a little bit. Fucking A.
And then, you know, for those of us who like to buy directly off of local farmers, it's going to cost us more. And it's not necessarily that farmer's fault. That farmer is now going to with higher prices. And their processing facilities, because their prices are going to go up because they have to meet demand. And this is how these cycles work. The shortages are only the beginning. So not only...
Probably get a copyright strike on that. Well, it basically works. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of surprised. It smells terrible. Although that may be the fact that I left my soldering iron on 500 degrees because I was soldering on the ground plane for the last thing. That can't be good for the tip. Oh well. Anyway, that's pretty exciting. I am pleased by these developments. I'm going to turn this down to about 50 volts, and I'm just going to let those tubes chooch for a while because, well, it probably doesn't matter for these small tubes, but with power amplifier tubes, you have to break them in, apparently. I don't know the exact procedure. But anyway, yeah, I'll just let it sit here for a little bit. Hopefully the cat won't jump into it, because, you know, this isn't your big 5. It's actually got an honest-to-God power transformer in it, and I think the B plus is around 900 volts or something like that. So Mr. Beefy wouldn't enjoy that very much. I have a feeling. Anyway, so I'm going to have to get a 3.5 or 4 ohm 6-inch speaker to mount inside of this thing. Sorry about all the dirt. This radio is filthy. I'll clean the radio. I ordered some resistors to replace some of these that are out of spec, although it may not make a whole shitload of difference. We'll probably need to align the thing, and hopefully we won't have to fuck with any of the slugs in any of these coils, because if they're seized in there, probably break the bastards. Then we ought to be ready to move on to the HT40, I think. I switched it back to AM while I was screwing around there, and apparently AM works. I don't know why I wasn't hearing any static on it before. Or maybe there's something fucked up with the band selector a little bit. Alright, Merry Christmas, everyone. Keep the reason for the season and all that shit. See you next time.